Detroit streetlights don't work like they do in most other American cities. They don't come on by a timer or solar sensors. That's right, they come on by hand. Here's an employee flipping a switch at a substation so old, it reminds one of Dr. Frankenstein's laboratory. That is, if they come on at all. Well, that didn't work. Detroit, old and broken. The fact is, almost half of the streetlights in Detroit don't work. And nobody knows that better than you, Detroit.
The only two lights that stay on at night is these two lights because of Mr. Don Graham's funeral home. That's the only lighting we got out here besides our porch light.
That light flicking behind my house in the alley, called, and no results. It's been flicking for years.
We pay taxes every day, every year. We pay taxes on time, and you got no lights.
But why? Why in a major American city doesn't something as basic as public lighting work? We took a trip to the lighting department to find out why. What we found there shocked us. Peeling paint, dirty floors, empty offices. It looked like a neutron bomb went off in 1959. And look, the last time the system was mapped was with this 60s pinup map.
The last time the city was, actually had something that diagrammatically showed where all the lights are is right here. It's pins, needles. This is 2013, Charlie.
It turns out that nada, none, $0 have been invested in capital upgrades in the system in over 4 decades. The budget has been slashed so close to the bone that there are only 9, count them, 9 employees to fix the 88,000 lights and 1,400 miles of electric line. Wow.
We don't have people, we don't have time. This is a triage situation, okay? And that's why, we brought on people, or we're bringing on more people to manage. I can't fix this myself. I'm not that smart.
We're down to 2 trucks right now. We got 8 guys. Okay, and
do all the light bulbs in the city.
Every light bulb. This crew right here does every light bulb in the city of Detroit. That's who you rely on to do the lights. They don't have a truck for us to go out and do the work with.
So how do the lights go out in Detroit? Oh wait, there's one working at the lighting department. Well, it's pretty simple. Incompetence, neglect over 40 years, corruption, labor getting paid more than they were worth. In fact, they used to have foremen here who made more than the mayor of Detroit. And then there's also you. People, business, and government entities that simply didn't pay their bills. The problem in the neighborhoods is simply upkeep. But the problems on the main boulevards like Woodward and Gratiot are that the lights are wired from the ground up and the copper components are easy to steal from the street level. It's a system built back in the Model T days, and it needs to be rebuilt. Total estimated tab, about $160 million. But where are you gonna get that kind of money in a bankrupt town? The state government created a public lighting authority for Detroit last year, charging it with fixing the system. The money's to come from a pre-existing utility tax. So what's taking so long? Doing things the right way. We don't know how to do that in Detroit. So the authority will now have to find qualified contractors, make them bid, make sure the job gets done. And then we're gonna have to find a bank that will loan us the money up front and assure them that the good old boys with their fingers in the pot is a thing of the past. Newly appointed director of the Lighting Authority, Otis Jones, a native Detroiter, asks you for your patience, saying work will begin on 2 pilot areas in the city this week.
Some of the major thoroughfares like Auto Drive, it's going to require us to do some significant underground engineering design work. And that could take anywhere between 4 to 6 months. But in the meantime, there are other work that could be done today, now, and that's what we're going to start doing this Friday. We're going to start fixing those things that we can fix now, designing those things that need to be designed, and in 3 years we're going to be done with improving the system, and then we're going to maintenance it, and that's the goal.
That's what the people want, and so we got an eye on you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, Charlie.
Yeah.
All right.
We reported to you Wednesday that the city's finally going to take some of your utility tax money, Detroit, and start fixing the street lights, which haven't had a nickel dropped into them in over 4 decades. That's what we reported Wednesday, but wait a minute. A creditor of the city, a New York insurance company involved with the mortgage meltdown, filed a motion in bankruptcy court saying that's not fair if they're not going to get paid back their full amount. And I quote from their motion, it says, it does not answer why upgrading the city's entire lighting infrastructure makes sense for the city. Maybe they don't understand that children get run down going to school on a dark street.
This is a Chapter 9 filing. What this means is cities just can't liquidate. You can't just sell off cities, ditch the police department, ditch the fire department, ditch the lighting authority. I think lights are important in a city. And I would think that a judge is going to consider lights to be very important. Bondholders, they knew what they were getting into when they invested in Detroit. I don't care that Detroit doesn't have any money. The bondholders will take a loss. The lighting will go on. The lighting is priority.
Tomorrow, we're going to start construction at 10 a.m. Just south of 8 Mile. We're going to get going and start to put on the lights. At the end of the day, the fierce urgency of now demands it. The citizens view lighting not only as a component of the quality of life that they have, but more importantly, it's a hardcore component of safety for them. And we're going to move forward.
Now, there's no timetable for the judge to rule. And in the meantime, I think I speak for us all when I say, I love New York, maybe not Wall Street, but let there be light in Detroit. Reporting downtown, Charlie Leduff, Fox 2 News.